Welcome to this Islay Kayak fishing video, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about the Isle of Islay, the Whisky Isle, a truly beautiful place and it's got some great fishing spots. I hope you enjoy this video.
Fish on. That's a good fish. Oh my god, that is a good fish. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, fish. Fish, fish, fish. No. Yes.
Alright, what a lovely place we stopped in last night. I got in at 1 and there were like 4 other cars and they were all camping. We're staying in one of the forest car parks down the Argyle on the way over, so I left and I just came down the road a bit to feed the dog. He makes a bit of racket and he's gone under the car. Frodo, what are you doing down there? You've gone under the van. You want to get forwards a little bit. Yeah. This way. There you go. Anyway, yeah, so we'll just see what happens the rest of the day. Ferry's in. So the ferry needs to check in 2 hours. I'm 45 minutes away. I need to post a letter before I get off the mainland, and need to get some breakfast. There's a really good breakfast spot in Tarvet, so we're going to go and find some breakfast. I haven't had any coffee this morning. I probably won't make coffee here just because I want to get moving. So we'll see what happens. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, I don't know if you can see out my window there, but we are in a little place called Tarvet. Brilliant mackerel fishing in Tarvet. We would go mackerel fishing except for the fact that we need to go and catch our ferry. If you're ever in Tarvet, there's a little place called the Deli that does okay coffee. The coffee's it's not amazing, but the donuts are stunning. So their donuts and their rolls, really, really good. So I'll see if we can see it on the way out because I'm about to drive out that way, and I'll try and slow down as we go past it. But yeah, ferry, let's go. It's 9:10. I'm quite tired. I didn't get to my sleeping place till 1. Everything's just running a bit behind, so yeah, pretty tired. But we're gonna hit the ferry now. I find the ferry quite stressful because I need to, obviously you can't get back to your car. I like having my camera kit with me, but I've also got to get the dog. So I don't know how much I'll film of me actually getting on the ferry. Also driving on with my kayak on the roof. So we'll see how we get on. I'm gonna clip you in up here. And let's go get to the ferry. We're off. Thank you. Shush. Alright. We're here. Good boy. Come on. We've made it. Now we just wait to leave. I'm going to switch over this camera to my big lens in case there's any interesting wildlife on the way over. So I will see you when we get to the other side. Thank you for joining me. So the thing about fishing on Islay for me is that I hadn't been there fishing before. I've kind of walked about some parts of the island. My in-laws are there, so I spend quite a lot of time there. But I hadn't taken a rod and really gone hunting for fish. The first day you've already seen at the lighthouse where I caught that one pollock, and really I needed the lighter rod. There were lots of small fish around, and but I took sort of too big a gear. I was trying to get into the deep water where I think LRF fishing would have maybe caught me a few more fish. The first proper day I headed up to the north end of the island to fish one of the lochs to try and see if I could catch some bass. All I could catch was seals. There were seals everywhere, so it was unfortunate that we didn't get on very well that day. So, welcome to day 2. Last night got the one pollock, which hopefully I've put the clips in for by now. I might not have, in which case I put them in here. It was just one fish. I'm up at the gorgeous Ardnave, I don't know how you say it, Ardnave, I don't know, Ardnave Point, and I'm scouting this mark for some fishing. I've got the dog, he has to be on the lead unfortunately because there's livestock up the top here. Had a quick chat with the farmer because they were moving the sheep off the hill, and I thought, oh, maybe I can get him off, but no, there's big cattle. So he'll not be getting off the lead. So Frodo's with me, we're up at the top of the island. One thing someone had said about fishing up here is you got to watch the seals. Well, I've walked from the point down there up here and I've seen 7 seals. There's 3 sitting in knee-deep water just in front of me here. So there'll be no, I don't think I'm even going to fish here. Given how many seals there are, this spot maybe, I mean, it obviously is fishy because they're seals, but at the same time, how do I capture the fish? How do I get the fish out of the water, given the number of seals that are there? So, not sure quite what my plan is. I might try a different mark a bit further back. This is deep water here, so it's knee-deep water, and then it drops into a river that flows out from this loch. And I really had kind of hoped to do a bit of fishing up here, but given the number of seals, maybe not. So need to come up with a plan, and we'll see what happens on day 2. There will be some fishing today. No kayaking because the weather's a bit windy. Down in sort of the safer places to kayak. This bay, maybe not one of the safest to kayak given the tidal run here. I believe the tidal run here is pretty quick. That said, looks pretty calm. Colonsea to my left, you can see it. You may not come out on the camera, but I can see Colonsea, and perhaps the Jura in front of me. What a beautiful place. Might try fishing the other side of this bay, although there's still going to be as many seals. We're not going to go too much further up here. We're going to turn around and head back. But yeah, let's see what happens on day 2. There is a seal. 2 car lengths, 2 van lengths in front of me. That's how close they are. That's crazy. Let's see if I can get some pictures of them. There must be fish here. Gotta be fish. There's my heron. Oh, the wildlife up here is amazing. I mean, you know, there's eagles, and that's one of my goals, is to try and at least see an eagle. With Frodo it's a bit hard because I've obviously got to get him walked and things. Walking him is a really important part of the day. So it's a bit of a challenge to try and make sure that I can get sort of the dog walked and to the spots to see the birds. So he's currently in the van, like I said, got good air conditioning in the van. I don't know if I've even said that on film yet, but yeah, the van has a really good fan. Never leave a dog in a hot car. So yeah, he's in the van. He's got 2 fans, the windows, and
Hopefully he's doing okay. The door's slightly ajar. I mean, he will not get too hot. Tide's come in quite a bit since we were here a minute ago. Obviously we know that there's those seals. We can see the deep channel. Let's keep wandering up and try and catch some more fish. I am an idiot. Fish, I hate walking.
It's not early, but I didn't sleep particularly well. Day 3, we're going to go kayaking today. Being slightly quiet because my in-laws are still asleep. I'm trying to sort out all my stuff in the van. So I've got coffee, I've got an instant porridgey thing. I do have my old camera today. I'm going to take this out with me, the one that's smashed, the back's all smashed. So I put it in a dive case to see if we can get just some other angles to try and make it a bit more interesting. And I've got a couple of lures. I got my rods and stuff ready, so it's been one of those days really, one of those mornings, but we should be just about ready to go. So it looks gorgeous out there. Let's have a look at the weather.
Right, day 3. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. My in-laws are working late today. Well, I worked late last night, so I'm trying to be quiet. Could I have been more noisy? First of all, the dog decided that he didn't want to hang out with them and he wanted to come back to find me. Then when I shut the gate, I battered the gate off the back of the kayak, and now I'm just wheeling this monstrosity up the hill. Anyway, we're going in there. We just have to get the other side of this wall. Let's go find somewhere to kayak.
Day 2 was the first day really I got out on the kayak. I only had a 2-day weather window, a Wednesday and a Thursday, and I needed to get on the water and try and catch some fish. The first day was Seal City. Hounded. Every moment I turned, there was another seal there.
The bit we were at the start. We've run another drift and hopefully these seals will stop for the hounding us.
In the afternoon on day 2, I headed out with my father-in-law to see if we could catch some fish in the surf. And I've got a little sneaky surprise to show you there.
Fish? No, snags. Yeah, fish. Fish, fish, fish. No, yes. I've snagged that's what I thought we had, that size. This is only in his tail. I dropped it. It was a very small flounder. I dropped it. Are you ready? I'll swap.
Day 4 was my big kayak day. I set aside most of the morning and a bit of the afternoon. I was going to go out for about 4 hours. I finally got another camera working. You may know that one of my cameras broke, but this day I had it working, so I've got 2 angles for you, and I'm going to show you what happened. I really was not expecting this to happen, and it was a truly great day
out on the water. It's moving about in the water. You guys won't be able to see that, but there's a bigger one there. They look like little flathead if you were in Australia. So they must be like little blennies or something. Anyway, they're very small, whatever they are. Right, let's get launched. There's loads of them though. Didn't see them yesterday. Right, set that camera up. Oh, hang on, need my paddle. Better have that out, otherwise I'm not going very far. Got myself sorted. Changed rods today. Got the Shakespeare ugly stick. I don't know if it is made by Shakespeare. I keep saying Shakespeare. Looks like it's a Shakespeare, right? Got the ugly stick anyway with me, which is what I always carry. Loads of worm casts here. There's got to be flatfish in this. Maybe I should just do some flatfish fishing. If I get some mackerel today, I'm gonna stand on these rocks. I'm gonna throw out a flatfish bait, I think. Yeah, so we've got the Omni today, which is what we always have. Not the Omni, the ugly stick, and I've also got my very first kayak rod, the Ron Thompson 5 to 30 gram spinning rod, Ron Thompson Hardcore 2. I really like the rod. They don't really make it anymore, or at least if they do, I've never seen it. They're on the 3 version, but certainly I've never found one. I like it. It's caught me some brilliant fish. I've had a 10-pound cod on it, which I didn't get. That's why I bought a GoPro, was catching 10-pound cod, and some other fish as well, some other good fish. But I've taken that with me. The jigging rod, probably a little bit light for the jigging rod yesterday. It's probably a little bit shallow for it. So we're going to head out here. We're going to head around the point. I've rewatched my video from when I was here before, and I think I've worked out that we were in slightly the wrong spot yesterday. Not by much, but by 10 or 15 meters, which, you know, could be all the difference to catching a fish. We were just drifting ever so slightly the wrong spot. We've got a southerly wind, I think, so it's pushing up into us. Be a little bit of wind against tide when we get around the point. Should be okay. It's a pretty flat, calm day. The wind's blowing about 3 or 4 knots. It's very, very, very lovely conditions to be out on the water. And yeah, we'll just see how we get on. I've got 2.5 hours ish. Be out. Could taking me a few minutes to get the sounder on. Definitely buying a new sounder. So we're heading out now to the spot that we want to fish. Yesterday it was full of seals. I've only got today, and then I think that is literally it. There is no more weather. This is the first time I've had some settled weather to get out on the kayak, so it's quite nice to be sort of having a proper paddle. I'm not sure what I'm going to do today, so I'm just going to see what the drift does. Going to keep an eye on the sounder, see if we can find some spots. Like I said earlier in the video, I don't know how I'm cutting all this together, if I'm honest. I've got a lot of footage. I just need to make it interesting. There's definitely a story here, so it depends on how I sort of put it all together. But you know, there were seals, hounded by seals yesterday. There were like 8 of them around me at one point. So, well, probably 7. One I think I was counting twice. So I'm trying to decide if I want to paddle up the bay or if I want to fish here. So once I make my decision, I probably will make the decision. Now we're going up the structure again. Whatever it was, I think I've missed them. I was so optimistic there. Although I honestly think I've forgotten what it feels like to catch fish. Had such a bad summer for fishing. Right, that's us on the shallow stuff now, so I think we'll just paddle. Okay, that didn't work. I put my finger. Didn't bleed, didn't actually pierce the skin. Good first aid tip, if you ever do hook your finger like I just did, and you start bleeding, make it bleed it, just let it bleed, squeeze the blood out, and that cleans the wound. Should clean out any of the gunk if you do happen to get fishy gunk in it. I see a seal. Okay, first seal spotted. Right, let's try and see if we can clear the seals. I'm hoping they go after the boat. The boat, you know, should be exciting, and it's got a big engine and it goes zoom zoom. Hopefully they go and investigate the boat rather than investigating me, because I want to catch fish. I don't want to play with seals all day. I mean, seals are lovely, but there's a time and a place for seals, and it's not today. Today is a day for fishing. Look at the weather. Look at it. Fishy. Catch some fish. Fish in the water at 10 meters. Sorry, at 1 meter in 10 meters depth. Paddle a bit faster, lift my lures up, see if I can tempt them to have a go. Didn't get them. They were quite high up in the water column. Okay, past. There's a current line here. Let's go and get in this current and see which way it's going, because it might whip us all the way around these points. The only thing we have to watch is the ferry, which is on its way. It won't come this close to us, but it will create some swell. Just have to watch the swell off the ferry. Okay, we're in 10 meters. We've got some lines out behind us. Let's have a wee fish. See if we can catch something. The ferry won't be here for another 10 minutes, 20 minutes. We've missed the wreck. I'm not sure where the wreck is. I wonder if it's right in close. But we've definitely gone past it. Or it's that marker buoy. And the problem is there's a reef break out here, and that marker buoy could be for the reef break. So I'm being a little bit sensible. Although it's not breaking on the reef just now. I don't see any breaking waves. There are some fish on the bottom. Again, they may be my lures. Difficult to tell. There seems to be sand on the bottom here, which isn't really what we want. Oh, well, that was that for me. We bouncing off the bottom. Interesting. Fish on. That's a good fish. Oh my god, that is a good fish. That's a really good fish. I don't know what this is. I'll tighten my drag up a little bit. It's staying down. Oh yes, we've got a fish. It's heavy, whatever it is. Has it done me in? It's just heavy. Jesus, it's not done me in kelp or anything. Has it? This is a big fish. What is? I don't know if you can see that rod bend. I can't tell if this is done me in kelp. Ah! I went too hard. I think it did me in kelp. That was a good fish. I don't know if I went too hard there and if I should have just left it. I should have left it. I went too hard. That was a good fish. That was the biggest fish I've ever caught. Hands down. I have no idea what that was. I thought it had done me, but I don't think it had. I think it was just... I don't know. I don't know. I went too hard. And I have no idea what it was. And I just could not get it up. This rod was too weak. I needed a heavier rod. I couldn't stop it. And then I snapped it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that was. But it was a good fish. Oh. User error. User error. Oh, that's gonna annoy me for a few years, that. Can I have to change my batteries in a second. I have to go on another drift line. This is the wake from that ferry. What a good time for getting the spare phone out. Phone Nikki. Forget that. That was a fish. That wasn't as big as the one we lost. It's a fish though. I think we're on again. Maybe we're not. I'm gonna need to do some reeling. Oh, we are on. I think. Are we? Yeah, we're on. Small though. I said it was small. Oh, it's off. Is it? No. I actually wouldn't mind if it come off there. An easier release. Right, another one. There's 3. Oh god. It's gone. It jumped out the kayak. Goodbye, little fish. So we're obviously over the pollock again. There's kind of long of battery left. No, 8 minutes. 8%. Taking us a few days. But we found some fish. Again, I'm a little worried about the seals, so I'm just going to get this up. Pollock. Fish just kind of died. Okay, didn't expect that. We've had some good fish. Oh, there we go. I'm on right on the surface. Jesus, that must have hit me. That came up to the surface to take the lure. I can see it. It's a pollock. That came right up. That hit the lure almost at my feet. That's a good pollock as well. Pollock 15 now. I'll let this one go. There you go, another pollock. Just showing it to the front camera, but the front camera's not even on. Oh, away it goes. That must have taken the lure. That took the lure right at my feet. I watched it come up and hit the lure. We've got a big tangle here. Let me tell you what's going on. There we go. We're back over the shallow stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paddle again, and then I'm going to do another drift. Oh, we're catching fish. Oh, I'd forgotten what it meant to catch fish. A little bit gutted about that big fish that I lost, but do you know, these things happen. That was so maybe what happened then, I'm just thinking, I'm gonna paddle a little. I wonder if what happened was, there's a big shelf here, and I wonder if we caught that big fish and then ran into the shelf, so it hung on the back of the shelf and then I yanked it, and which obviously didn't help. Or if there's a gap between this rock and that rock. Let's just see. Oh, it looks like this gap. Aha! So I think what's been happening, the reason why we've caught fish and not caught fish, is all been where we've been sat on this edge here.
Belfast Coast Guard, you were overspoken, over.
Maybe not. It's not us she's talking to, that's what matters. Oh no, it seems to have gone shallow again. Not sure. Well, let's go and have another, let's see if we can catch some more. Got another one, which is good. Going on. Change the drift line. Just need some super glue, don't have any. Okay, let's go for paddle. And then let's find more fish. Next time I might drift a little bit further around, because we've caught the fish here and we're not really catching any more, so the fish have obviously moved because we haven't moved. Looking at this map, yeah, actually, do you know what we have? We're not drifting the same spot. I'm going to change. I'm going to risk having a wee swap-a-rooski of where we are, because the fishing hasn't been as good the last 2 or 3 drifts. And looking at the map, it looks like we're drifting much closer to these rocks than we were. So let's go. There's 2 buoys up here, and I think I've been paddling to the wrong one. They're both the same boy. The current is definitely picked up though. I can feel it on the boat. Sat over there, a seal, something big on the water, like really big. It must be a seal, surely. It's just so bright. It shouldn't be this dark, the phone screen. Oh, fish on. Yes, this is a good fish. This is a good fish. Come on, Alex. This time, this is very similar to the fish that we've already lost today. Let's hope that seal doesn't want to come play. I don't see it in the water anymore. Yes. You can see it. Oh, yes. Nice. That is a nice pollock. Look at that. £5 pollock maybe? Maybe a bit lower than that, £4 pollock. And away he goes. That was a nice fish. It wasn't quite as big as the one we lost, but that was a nice fish. By the way, I should totally be sponsored by H2O. If anyone knows anyone from H2O and wants to try and secure me a H2O sponsorship, you can get me on Instagram at ELKF Photo, East Lothian Kayak Fishing Photography. ELKF Photo. Well, do you know what? We've had a good day. I really can't complain. Fish. Tight enough. That was a good fish. Man. Oh, I don't know how big that was, but after that, we knew that was the only weather window and the rain came in, and unfortunately, that was the end of my trip. The rain hammered, the wind started blowing. I did have a couple more attempts at fishing, but it just wasn't comfortable in it. And actually at one point, there was such a risk of lightning that it wasn't actually safe. The rain's getting heavier. There's a lot of static building on the rod. Safety first. I've got to call it a day, I think. Oh, is that a fish? That's a fish. No, it's not. It's a tangle on the line. I don't want to call it yet. I just don't hear thunder. Yeah. That was my trip to Islay earlier on this year, and I've been wanting to put these clips together, but as I've sort of started and stopped, I've never managed to get it to flow. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and subscribe, and comment where I should take my kayak next. Where on the west coast should I next go fishing? Leave a comment below, and thank you very much for watching this video. Good night.